Today we'll be going over my next PSA submission. We just got my return back. You saw that video on Friday. So now I'm going to be showing you the 50 cards that I'm going to be sending next. It's kind of interesting. I had to pare this down to a 50 card submission, but 50 is really where I feel comfortable with, the threat of losing a package or something like that. So I've got these 50 cards here, and then in 2 weeks I'll probably send 50 more that I've got stocked away. But I really think it's important that if I'm going to be doing a weekly market update video, that I want to be transparent with you guys as to what I'm actually buying, what I'm actually grading, what I'm actually selling, all that stuff. So I'm not just up here telling you guys to buy things and then not buying them myself. So that's kind of the point of these videos. But let me know in the comments if you like seeing these PSA submission videos, or if I should just combine them as to here are the cards before and then do the video again when they come back and do it in one video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you guys, because these PSA submission return videos are actually my favorite. I love grading cards with PSA. It's been an absolute blast. So we'll jump right into it here. This first one, Galarian Articuno V. This was part of that little collection buy that I bought. Rudy always says people are only in the hobby for 6 to 9 months, and this person did exactly that. They had been in the hobby for about 6 months and were looking to cash out of it when they were going back to school, so looking to get some cash out of it. So he had some pretty good singles in here, and a few of them were gradable. So there's probably about 10 in here that are gradable. And again, I probably split them up between both submissions just in case, but this one was one of the ones that looked pretty clean. I like these textured V Trainer Gallery cards, so I think this one could do pretty good. This is a legendary Pokemon. The Galarian form of these aren't the most popular, but still, Articuno Trainer Gallery should do fine. The Hisuian Gudra V-Star Rainbow Rare. People don't love Rainbow Rares, but I thought this one looked clean enough to take a shot. So again, this is part of that collection buy. Try to get a 10, get some money out of it. The Umbreon VMAX, this is one I actually pulled for myself and was shocked to see that it was the second most valuable card in Brilliant Stars. And this is exactly why I think Brilliant Stars is still being slept on. I guess a little bit less so now that the box is like $500. People might be waking up and realizing, but the trainer gallery of this have an Umbreon, Sylveon, and then the Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon trainer galleries. This set is amazing, and I love this card particularly. I'm still a sucker for the VMAX, especially on the cards. I think they look really cool because the Pokemon is just so big, takes up such a huge amount of space. I really enjoy the VMAX card, so I was super happy to pull that degenerately by myself. So I'll be grading that and kind of seeing what I can do with it. I do have a Sylveon VMAX in a 10, so if I grade that in a 10, I might try to sell them both together. But they're such cool cards that I really do want to keep some of them. The Gengar here, I sold this in a 10, so we're just trying to do the play again. These Trainer Gallery cards are notoriously difficult to grade, but these cards have been doing crazy things. So even if it comes back an 8 or a 9, which a lot of times they do, this one can still be worth selling. Same thing here with this Pikachu. It's a little bit off-centered. You can see left to right. But again, PSA's been pretty strict about it, but my last submission did very well, so sometimes you just got to take a shot. Not every card's going to get a 10, and the grader sometimes feels like subconsciously they know that, so they don't want to give every card a 10. So if you give them cards that should be 9s, they can give them 9s and not have to give one of your cards that should be a 10 a 9 just because they feel like giving the 9. These two cards, the Gengar and Pikachu, not too special, and normally I wouldn't even grade these cards, but Gengar's going crazy right now, especially with the Mega Gengar on the horizon with the new Phantasmal Flames leak. But then also these two, I was hoping to get these back before Halloween so that I could sell these into the hype of Halloween. I don't think here in September I'm sending these off. I don't think I'll get them in October. Normally it's been taking PSA about 2 to 2.5 months to get these back. So I might be too late on these, but it's just 2 cards, popular Pokemon. Can't go wrong with those. Lucario V-Star from Crown Zenith. Again, the more expensive the Crown Zenith ETB gets, the more expensive this promo is going to get. I do think it's a pretty cool promo. It's not the best alt art, but it is pretty cool. The problem is it looks kind of just like a full art, but it is a pretty unique art, and Crown Zenith is a really cool set, so if people are trying to complete it, they'll probably need that. This Pikachu card's been going crazy recently. This card looks good enough, so I might as well take a chance. For some reason, Crown Zenith normally grades pretty well, but I've been struggling to grade this card specifically. I used to grade and sell these all the time when they were, $5 cards, but I could only sell the 10s for like $50. Now the 10s are going crazy, and of course I've sold off all of them that I had. So a little bit of a reminder to kind of hold on to some things, be patient with things. All of these, the gold cards, the Palkia, Dialga, Giratina, and Arceus, I love these cards. Beautiful cards from Crown Zenith. I still think 151's kind of popping off now, so my play might start to rotate to Crown Zenith because these cards really haven't started going crazy recently. Not all of these look like they could 10, but I do want to send these off in a set to see if I even get them in all 9s. That would be good because I could sell them as a set. So we'll kind of see. This Giratina was interesting. If you look at the centering on this thing, it actually looks like crooked. Like it's thicker over here than it is over here. And again, thinner down here and thicker over here. So this card is really interesting to me. It'll be interesting to see how they grade. I doubt this will get a 10, but you never know. Sometimes it's worth sending anyway. Venusaur from 151. I had all of the 151 SIRs in this submission, but I actually took them out because, again, I didn't want to send all my big hitters in this submission and have a grader that's in a bad mood, or, you know, them get lost or damaged or something like that. So sometimes it's better to split them up. I do, however, need this Venusaur. I've got 2 other submissions out to PSA, and they have 2 Blastoises. If you saw my return on Friday, I got the Charizard in a 10, so I need all of these in a 10. So I'm sending this Venusaur off. I'll buy another one to send with my next submission, so just to give me more chances to get this in a 10, because I still do need this. So this is the lone 151 card from this submission. And again, 151's kind of going crazy. I'm almost to the point where I'm not chasing them because of how fast they've gone up, how quickly. All of these are the Pokemon Center stamped. You'll see I'm a huge fan of these cards. I think these will do very well even if they don't get 10s. Although this one has a really good chance to get a 10. This card looked absolutely beautiful. There's a little bit of like rolling on this edge here. It will be interesting to see how PSA grades that, because I mean they could give that a 6 right off the bat, but I don't know, they could just give it a 9. So I'm kind of rolling the dice with that one. But these are the 4 Pokemon Center stamped promo cards that I have, and again, in my weekly updates I've been mentioning these as huge plays. I sold off my Snorlax in a 10 and used those proceeds to buy these 4 right here. So, and a Charmander, but the Charmander was not worth grading. So again, that's just kind of how I run these plays, is try to find some undervalued cards. These are not undervalued anymore, but they were when I bought them. So pretty good play, but the problem is you got to hope they don't come down in 2 months they'll be at grading. So you kind of roll the dice with those sometimes. But personally, I still think these Pokemon Center stamp cards will do very well, especially the popular Pokemon like this. These next 2 are amazing. So these I want sequentially next to each other because I think that would look so good. Problem is I already graded this and it got a 9, and they might have been generous with that because look, the bottom is way thicker than the top, but the back of it looks so clean. There's absolutely no whitening anywhere. So again, I wanted to take my shot because if centering is the only thing and the corners, edges, surface are all good, there's a chance that this could get a PSA 10. So sometimes you got to roll the dice, and I really want these 2 sequentially next to each other because how cool would that look? The 2 legendary Johto birds right next to each other. I love these 2 cards. Especially the juxtaposition of this one being light, this one being dark. It really is just so cool. These 2 go so well together. I'm so happy I have these cards. Pikachu, this is just one that I bought. I've got a little collection of Pikachu gold cards. The one from Terrestrial Festival I pulled. I've got the one from the Celebrations UPC. So I wanted this one to go with it. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get a 10. It's got a pretty messed up edge, so it could get a 9 or an 8, but honestly, I just wanted this for my personal collection. This is my big Charizard. I had been mentioning buy these, buy these, buy these. Unfortunately, again, it might have run up too fast, too furious because it's gone crazy recently. And unfortunately, this one is a little bit off-centered, but same thing. Its edges and corners looked really smooth and really clean, so sometimes you just got to take a shot. And on this one, because the card has gone so crazy, even in a 9, it'll do fine. But again, 2 months from now, who knows what it'll be. These are just the normal promo cards that I've been mentioning are huge screaming buys for me because these ETBs are going so expensive. These are not the stamp versions. These are all $10 to $15 cards. Especially this Snorlax comes from a $300 151 ETB now. So I'm a huge fan of these promo cards. I'm buying and grading as many of these as I can. Even if they're not gradable, I'm just putting them to the side because, like I said, 151 box is $300 now, so eventually these have got to pop up. I could see them doing what the stained glass birds are doing. These are from the Paldea Adventure chest. There's a lot of value in that chest right now, but the collection I bought actually had 3 of these that he had bought and opened. So these 2 cards were in there, looked pretty clean, so it's worth taking a shot on those. I think these promo cards will do very well as well, but again, part of that, as Danny Phantom calls it, promo FOMO. All the promos have been going crazy recently, so if you don't want to chase, I understand that, but these 2 are from that collection that I bought. So, and keeping the theme of promo FOMO alive, another promo here. This is the World Championship promo. Again, just looked clean enough to warrant taking a shot at it. I'm happy enough to have one of these in my binder. I don't necessarily need it in a Gem Mint 10, but I think there will be value in grading this if it gets a 10, so it's worth taking the shot. Fat Pikachu, this one's been going crazy recently, especially in a 10, and for good reason. These are really hard to grade, and I do think there's something up there, but again, sometimes you just got to take your shot, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I've got a whole bunch of these, but this was the only one that looked even remotely close enough to get a 10. So hopefully I get a grader that had a good lunch that day and might bless me enough to give me a 10 on that. Lance's Charizard, another celebration card. Again, I've been saying it, and I'll keep saying it until Celebration's 30th anniversary is here. I think Pokemon's going to really ramp up the promotion for 30th anniversary, so I think these 25th anniversary cards will do very well. This was a trainer gallery before trainer galleries, and I guess Cosmic Eclipse was like the first trainer galleries, but just a trainer's Pokemon here. Lance, the original champion with a Charizard. I think this promo card still has some legs to run, and I don't have this graded. I would love this in a 10. A little bit off-centered, but it's worth taking a shot. Surfing Pikachu VMAX. I love this card. I love, again, hear me mention, I love VMAX cards, especially the Surfing Pikachu. It's just an iconic card, so we'll take the chance there. Celebrations, you know my Celebrations cards. Celebrations Venusaur, we take our shot with 3 of those. We sell these as a lot, so I have a whole bunch left to grade, but again, I just wanted to split them up across submissions just in case I get a bad grader or something like that, or they get lost or damaged. So that's kind of why I'm splitting them up this way. I've got 4 from this submission, 4 from the next. Happy to get these in a 10 or 9. I sell them as a lot of both. PSA 10 lots obviously sell for a bunch, but the PSA 9s, I can still make 30 to 40 bucks on each of those. Big Mac Pikachu, this was the crazy Japanese McDonald's promo card that had everyone going crazy. People in Japan were lining up buying these via the app, and then they would just throw the food away and take these cards and resell them. So unfortunately, I'm part of the problem because I'm obviously not from Japan, so I had to pay one of those people that fought their way into McDonald's to get these cards. But this is special to me because when we went to Japan, we went to McDonald's once. Obviously, we had to try it. So this card is just a super funny one. I'm happy they had a unique art here. I think for the other cards, they just had a normal art, but they just added the McDonald's M. If this card was full art, this would have done crazy numbers. This would be like Van Gogh-esque, but because it's a half art, I don't think it'll do too crazy, but I am still a fan of this card. Personally, I want to keep one of these in a Gem Mint 10, so grading 2, hopefully sell 1, keep 1. I hear the Gem Mint 10 rate on this is really good. I bought, I think, 10 packs of these, and 2 of them came super damaged, but the other ones looked pretty good. This is another promo, just while promos are going crazy. A Grand Prix Charizard. I never had this card. I know if you watch PokeNE's channel, this was the card that started it all for him, and it's somehow one that I never had. And so another half art card that hadn't really gone crazy. So I figured while it hadn't gone crazy, I might as well buy this, try to grade it. The thing was, the graded copies are only like $40 in a PSA 10, I think because the graded copies grade so well. But I figured I'd rather just buy them raw, try to grade it, and see what happens. I don't have this card. Charizard's my favorite, so I do want another cheap Charizard. This was part of that collection, and another beautiful card. Japanese typically grades pretty well. We pulled one of these. My wife and I actually pulled this card from my local store, Pokeballers Mart. It was one of our first Japanese packs. The first packs we ever opened in Japanese. We bought 10 of them, and this happened to be in one of the Pokemon Go. So absolutely crazy. Shout out to him for not weighing the packs or anything weird like that, because you know, we had 2 packs of Pokemon Go in that 10-pack lot. The Dragonite was one of those cards, so this will be one that I sell off because we already have it. This is the Battle Box promo, but I just love the fact that Meowth here is sitting, it's like Cerulean City back there, and he's just chilling. I love that it features like the first old school artwork on this, so I love this card. I bought 2 of these, 1 to grade, 1 to keep. Big fan of this card. I think I'm probably late to the play, late to the party, but for me personally, I just really like this card, so I wanted it. And then these were 2 more Japanese grades, usually pretty well, so these were part of that collection that I bought. Maybe only $5 to $10 of profit here, but hey, profit's profit. It won't take much that the collection wasn't too expensive, so $5 here, $5 there, eventually I'll make my way into the green on that collection, so this will just help that. So that's all I've got. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more PSA submissions. I think this video will come out Monday, so my next video Wednesday will be about the market conditions as we continue to go up, but there might be a little bit of the switch. Again, I've been mentioning 151 and Charizard, but those cards have really gone crazy recently, so it might be time to switch our strategy. So stay tuned for that. Like this video if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to my channel if you want more. Check out one of my other videos right over there. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.